Have you ever imagined that the last digit of your birth year might hide profound secrets about your past lives? It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But according to Buddhist wisdom, these numbers carry much more than just a date. They reveal patterns, challenges, and gifts that shape who you are today. Perhaps that constant struggle you face isn't just a present-day issue, but something you've been carrying for a long time. And the best part: understanding this could be the turning point you need to transform your life. In this episode, you'll discover how Buddhist numerology can unveil hidden information about your personality and, more importantly, how to use that knowledge to achieve success, well-being, and fulfillment. Yes, that's right. Understanding your number is the key to unlocking your life's purpose and finally overcoming the obstacles that have been holding you back. Want to learn more? Then give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because what you're about to learn today could change the way you see the world. Have you thought that the last digit of your birth year might reveal hidden information about your past lives? In Buddhism, it is believed that this number carries deep secrets, explaining not only your current challenges but also your talents and choices. It may seem curious, but many of the difficulties you face today could be directly linked to the karma from your previous lives. It's as if this number serves as a mirror reflecting what your soul has already experienced, a hidden clue about who you were before arriving at this moment. Imagine discovering that the abilities you possess, such as an incredible knack for inspiring others or an innate capacity to overcome obstacles, have roots in past lives. Now, take a moment to reflect. That talent you've always had for motivating others or your ability to maintain a positive outlook even in the toughest situations. Could it be that this was already etched in your essence before you were born? Some people report feeling an inexplicable confidence or resilience when facing life's challenges, almost as if they already know what's coming. These patterns could be tied to what you have experienced, the baggage your soul carries from other existences. It makes sense to think that overcoming certain challenges could be directly related to self-awareness of experiences you have yet to fully recognize but that influence you. A practical example would be someone who, from a young age, feels a strong connection to spirituality, even without having been raised in a religious environment. This person may have lived as a monk or wise figure in a past life, and these spiritual inclinations resurface, even without a logical explanation. This doesn't mean they need to dedicate themselves entirely to spirituality, but understanding where that motivation comes from can bring a greater sense of fulfillment. What would you do if you discovered that your life's purpose is directly related to the gifts and challenges from your past lives? Perhaps that would explain the feeling of gratitude that washes over you for no apparent reason, or even the deep desire to help others find their path. Speaking of life purpose, many of the challenges we face seem designed precisely to push us toward personal development. It's as if life persistently nudges us to learn certain lessons, to awaken our confidence, self-esteem, and resilience. And all of this could be tied to the experiences we accumulate throughout our existences. If you feel stuck in certain patterns, it might be time to reflect on the origin of these obstacles. What role do you play in all of this? Are you here just to survive? Or is there a greater purpose behind everything you experience? But of course, what really fascinates us is how these mysteries of past life invite us to self-reflection. It's a true invitation to look beyond appearances and explore the deep meaning of your current experiences. After all, if you knew that your actions today could reverberate in future lives, would you change your approach to personal development? At the same time, thinking about this helps us cultivate a mindset of constant overcoming. Everything that happens, all difficulties, are there to teach us. And honestly, isn't that what makes life more interesting? This quest for understanding who we are motivates us to move forward. With that in mind, consider for a moment the impact that this kind of self-knowledge could have on your well-being. When you start to understand where certain emotional and behavioral tendencies come from, it's as if you receive a secret manual on how to overcome certain life obstacles. Imagine that by recognizing these patterns, you could begin to make more conscious choices that resonate with your true purpose, discovering that the happiness you seek is, in fact, within reach, just waiting for you to unlock that part of yourself. And it's precisely at this point that deep reflection comes into play. Understanding these mysteries is more than just looking at the past. It's a way to create a bridge between who you were, who you are, and who you can become. It's not about being trapped in the past, but using that knowledge to shape a future more aligned with your life's purpose. Ultimately, true fulfillment comes when we manage to unite these pieces of the puzzle and walk with more confidence and gratitude, knowing that we are on the right path. Each number from 0 to 9 carries a symbolic and karmic weight that can uncover deep secrets about who you were and the lessons you still need to learn. These numbers act as silent guides, pointing to behavioral patterns you've brought from past lives. It's almost as if the universe is constantly reminding us that there are still lessons to be assimilated, and these lessons, in a way, shape our choices, challenges, and even our successes. When we look at these numbers from this perspective, we begin to understand that overcoming certain obstacles in life may be more than mere coincidence. If you stop to think, you may have noticed that certain patterns repeat in your life, almost as if you're stuck in a cycle. It might be a constant difficulty in trusting others or a persistent fear of failure, despite often achieving some level of success. These behaviors may be deeply rooted in unresolved karmic lessons from past lives. For instance, someone who constantly faces challenges related to self-esteem may be dealing with a karma of self-acceptance or self-worth that wasn't fully addressed previously. They may be called once more to develop the confidence they lacked in another life. Let's take, for example, the number 3. People associated with this number may have a strong connection to creativity and personal expression. In past lives, they may have been artists, poets, or visionaries who failed to achieve the recognition they desired. In this life, the challenge may be to find more authentic ways to express themselves, which could manifest as a journey of self-discovery and resilience. For these individuals, the search for a life purpose that aligns with their inner truth may be the key to personal fulfillment. Reading books like The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, for example, can help them unlock this creative journey. Now, think about how these lessons could impact your personal development. When you understand that you are here to learn something specific, the motivation to overcome challenges becomes clearer. Instead of fighting against obstacles, you can start to see them as stepping stones to success. If your karma number is linked to leadership, for instance, the relationship and communication challenges you face today might be there to teach you to be a wiser and more balanced leader. It's interesting to realize that karma doesn't just carry a connotation of punishment, but also of growth and evolution. This understanding leads us to reflect on the importance of gratitude. If every obstacle is, in fact, an opportunity to learn, then each difficult moment should be seen as a chance for growth. Instead of resisting difficulties, you can choose to be grateful for them, knowing they are preparing you for something greater. This shift in perspective is powerful, as it places you in control of your destiny while acknowledging the influence of karma on your path. Developing this resilience mindset is essential for navigating life's lessons with more confidence and peace of mind. However, many of us tend to ignore these signs. Sometimes, it's easier to blame fate or circumstances than to look inward and reflect on how our past behaviors may be shaping our present. But here's the secret. True self-awareness comes from the ability to recognize the repeated patterns in our lives and, from there, make more conscious decisions. When you can identify that certain behaviors are remnants of past lives, it becomes easier to take charge of your journey and seek personal development more intentionally. So, if you feel that certain challenges seem to follow you, perhaps it's time to pause and reflect. What lesson is the universe trying to teach me? By recognizing this, you will open yourself up to a new phase of growth and overcoming, where self-reflection becomes a powerful tool for moving forward with confidence toward personal fulfillment. After all, it is through understanding these karmic lessons that you can find the true path to happiness. And speaking of happiness, isn't it curious to think that the quest for life purpose is so deeply connected with the understanding of karma? As you explore these lessons and discover what you still need to learn, the path to a fulfilling life begins to unfold before you. This journey of self-discovery is undoubtedly one of the most rewarding paths you can take. The last digit of your birth year can offer profound insights into your personality and emotions, almost like a reflection of the spiritual experiences you have already lived. This number carries a unique energy that directly influences how you face challenges and interact with the world. Imagine that, from the moment of your birth, you already carry traits from past lives, like a type of spiritual baggage that shapes your emotional tendencies. If you feel a natural propensity for overcoming challenges, an innate confidence in difficult moments, or even an ability to find motivation where others see only obstacles. It may have roots in something much older and deeper. People with a final number of 7, for example, tend to be more introspective and focused on self-knowledge. They may feel a constant urge to better understand their emotions and the motivations behind their choices. It's as if they are on a continuous quest for meaning and life purpose, reflecting a spiritual path previously traversed. For these individuals, meditation and mindfulness practices can be extremely helpful in bringing to the surface these spiritual memories and helping them overcome emotional obstacles. If you sense that there is something within you that needs to be discovered or unlocked, dedicating time to daily meditation can be an excellent way to access these deeper layers of your soul. This spiritual influence may also explain the emotional highs and lows we experience. Have you ever found yourself in a state of inexplicable well-being, followed by a phase of intense questioning and feelings of uncertainty? These emotional fluctuations may be reflections of unresolved past experiences. Instead of avoiding these moments of reflection and introspection, it's crucial to face them as opportunities for growth. Overcoming moments of doubt and insecurity may be directly linked to accepting these spiritual influences in your current life. Recognizing this dynamic can be liberating, allowing you to find balance and gratitude even in the most challenging times. And when we talk about resilience, it can also be deeply connected to these spiritual influences. Some people seem to have a supernatural ability to rise after any fall, and this may be a result of lessons learned in past lives. If you feel that you have faced many situations that tested your confidence and self-esteem, know that these challenges may be exactly what your soul needs to evolve. Each overcoming of obstacles is a chance to strengthen your spiritual connection and, with that, open new paths for personal development and success. Resilience, in this sense, is not just a skill but a response to a spiritual calling. Another practical example of how these influences can manifest is in the way we handle our interpersonal relationships. People who carry a strong spiritual burden in their lives tend to be more empathetic and sensitive to others, often putting the needs of others before their own. This can be an expression of karma related to service and helping others. If you notice a tendency to care for others, even at the expense of your own well-being, it may be useful to reflect on how to balance this tendency with self-care. Practices like reading books on emotional intelligence, such as Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman, can help you find that balance. It's curious to think that much of what we consider to be innate personality traits may, in fact, have deep roots in our spiritual journeys. When you start observing your reactions and behaviors from this perspective, you realize that there is much more at play than just your current life experience. Self-awareness begins to include a broader dimension, where spiritual understanding becomes an essential tool for personal development. By exploring these influences, you may discover aspects of your personality that were previously hidden, waiting to be revealed and integrated into your present life. And this is where the concept of life purpose becomes even more relevant. When you begin to align with these spiritual influences, the pieces of the puzzle start to fit together in a way that makes sense on a much deeper level. It's not just about finding success or happiness, but understanding how each of these achievements is connected to your spiritual purpose. This purpose, in turn, is directly related to what you have learned, experienced, and overcome in your past journeys. Each number at the end of your birth year carries a unique significance, and these energies can directly influence a person's spiritual and personal path. For instance, those born with the last digit as 0 are connected to the idea of infinity, a continuous cycle of learning and evolution. These individuals may feel a strong connection to spiritual themes and possess a natural sensitivity that allows them to serve as spiritual guardians or mentors. Often, they inspire and motivate others through their wisdom, even if they are not fully aware of it. However, this number can also carry the weight of repetitive obstacles that constantly test their patience and resilience. On the other hand, individuals born with the last digit of 1 tend to embody leadership energy and the need to take charge of situations. These people may feel a constant drive to stand out and assume responsibilities. They might encounter challenges related to self-confidence and the ability to positively inspire others. If you identify with this number, you may have already noticed that the universe often places you in positions where you need to lead, even if you initially did not seek out such roles. Developing your leadership skills through books like The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, can be an important step in aligning this tendency with your life's purpose. People with the number 2 often learned lessons about partnership, collaboration, and balance in past lives. They frequently face challenges related to diplomacy and patience, especially in environments where cooperation is essential. This number symbolizes the need to find harmony in both relationships and emotions. If you were born under this vibration, you might feel a deep desire for peace and balance in every aspect of your life, while simultaneously being challenged to navigate conflicts and tensions. For these individuals, investing in practices that promote emotional well-being, such as yoga or reading books on emotional intelligence, can be essential for achieving a more balanced and fulfilling life. The final digit 3 relates to creativity, self-expression, and communication. Those who carry this number may have been artists, poets, or visionaries in past lives, struggling to find their voice in the world. Now, these individuals might feel a strong urge to express themselves authentically, whether through the arts or other communication forms. If you resonate with the number 3, unlocking your creativity and sharing your ideas with the world could be key to your fulfillment. This can be achieved through artistic projects, writing a book, or even starting a YouTube channel to inspire others with your ideas. When the number 4 appears, it brings the energy of discipline, stability, and solid construction. Those with the final digit May 4th have been builders, community leaders, or individuals focused on bringing structure and order to chaos in previous lives. Currently, these individuals might feel a profound need to create a stable foundation for their lives, both materially and emotionally. However, this desire for stability often comes with challenges related to rigidity and difficulty adapting to change. Finding a balance between planning and flexibility may be the lesson these individuals need to learn to achieve success and personal fulfillment. The number 5, in contrast, carries an energy of adventure, freedom, and change. People associated with this number may have lived past lives where monotony or conformity were not part of their vocabulary. Now, they may feel an almost irresistible urge to explore, experiment, and live life vibrantly. For these individuals, the greatest lesson may be learning to balance this need for freedom with responsibility, finding ways to pursue personal development without losing focus. Traveling the world, experiencing new cultures, and even taking risks in new professional areas can be ways to align this energy with their life purpose. Finally, the number 9 symbolizes the conclusion of cycles, altruism, and accumulated wisdom. People with this number may have been great spiritual leaders or humanitarians in past lives, now carrying a desire to serve others and help them find their path. However, the lesson here may lie in learning to balance this desire to serve with self-care. Often, these individuals give so much of themselves that they forget to care for their own well-being. To find balance, it's important for them to reserve time to recharge their energies, perhaps through meditation practices or finding inspiration in books like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Buddhist numerology offers a fascinating path for self-discovery, allowing you to tap into hidden aspects of your personality and align your current life with a deeper spiritual purpose. By understanding the significance of the last digit of your birth year, you can begin to unveil parts of yourself that were previously hidden. This brings a unique opportunity for transformation, where your decisions and choices become more conscious, grounded in this spiritual self-awareness. It's as if you are unlocking a new level of understanding about who you are and, more importantly, how you can achieve a life of success and happiness aligned with your purpose. Imagine, for example, someone who discovers that their number is related to leadership, thus realizing that their challenges at work, where they are frequently placed in positions of responsibility, are not coincidental. This person, by recognizing this pattern, can then decide to focus on developing their leadership skills, seeking inspiration from mentors and books, such as The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and preparing to embrace this role with greater confidence. In doing so, they not only enhance their career but also find personal fulfillment by recognizing that they are living in alignment with their life's purpose. Another practical example of this transformation is the impact it can have on personal relationships. By identifying that your number carries a lesson related to diplomacy and balance, you can start approaching your relationships more consciously. This may mean resolving conflicts with greater patience, intentionally practicing empathy, and thus strengthening your connections with those around you. The change is not only internal, It reverberates through all areas of your life, promoting well-being and harmony. The great advantage of using Buddhist numerology as a tool for self-knowledge is that it provides you with a clear roadmap of where to focus your personal development efforts. If your number indicates a need to overcome old fears, such as the fear of failure, for instance, you can use that information to guide your choices. This can include dedicating yourself to daily meditation practices to work on your confidence and self-esteem, as well as reading self-help books focused on overcoming obstacles, such as The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, which teaches how small changes can have a huge impact on your life. Furthermore, this journey of self-discovery can also bring a sense of gratitude for everything you have experienced. After all, realizing that even the toughest challenges carry a spiritual lesson makes you feel more prepared to face whatever comes your way. This is a central point of Buddhist numerology. Everything you experience has a greater purpose, and learning to recognize this is essential for living a fuller, more fulfilled life. This recognition allows you to see obstacles as stepping stones for your spiritual growth, rather than insurmountable barriers. Transforming your life based on this understanding also means being more proactive in seeking happiness and fulfillment. Knowing that your traits and challenges have spiritual roots enables you to make decisions that align more closely with your purpose. This can reflect in your career choices, decisions about relationships, or even in how you manage your own emotional well-being. Self-reflection becomes a daily practice, and with it, you become more aware of your actions and how they impact not only your current life but also your spiritual path. Ultimately, this journey of transformation is a continuous process. Just like in the Buddhist concept of infinite cycles, there will always be new lessons to learn and new challenges to overcome. However, with the knowledge that Buddhist numerology provides, you can navigate these phases of life with much more confidence and resilience. With each obstacle overcome and each new lesson learned, you get a little closer to your true life purpose, making the sense of fulfillment feel more tangible. Throughout this episode, you've discovered how a simple number can profoundly impact your life. Now, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue to see challenges as obstacles, or will you transform them into stepping stones for success? The key to your personal development is in your hands, and self-awareness is the first step. So, how about starting to apply everything you learned today? Which areas of your life need more reflection and transformation? And most importantly, what are you waiting for to align your journey with your true purpose? Remember, the path to overcoming challenges is made up of small daily choices, and every step counts. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and continue this learning journey with me. And don't forget to watch our video, 7 Hidden Places in Your Home That Attract Poverty and Block Wealth. Buddhist Teachings You Must Avoid. It could be the next big step in your quest for a more prosperous and fulfilling life.